out there thriving. Because we got a lot of people that's going crazy from Tuskegee.
Right.
It's crazy, bro. We got so much greatness and eliteness coming out of this damn school. I'm proud to be from him. I'm proud to be a graduate. I'm proud to be an alumni. I'm proud to be... Hey, this your boy Jacoby X, and I'm with L in the Vibe House. Y'all tune in tonight, man. We about to get it popping. Let's go.
I'm on a whole nother vibe, live. I think that you should subscribe. My neck is umbrella, what's his weather? My bitch is Cinderella, put the weather. I'm just applying pressure, never let up.
Let's touch on fatherhood, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wear you a father. I think that's super dope, man.
Right.
You know, talk about the benefits of fatherhood, man.
Man, being a father is great, bro. Like, you know, especially as a man, and you got a son.
Super dope.
And he look just like you, and he act just like you. It's just, man, it's funny, cause like, bro, you want to discipline your son. I be wanting to really like discipline my boy, but like some of the stuff he do, he just make me laugh, and you know, he a blessing, man. Like I really thank God for him. I thank God for his mother, cause he wouldn't be here without his mother. And you know, that's my dog right there. You know, that's the type of love that God has blessed me with, that I've been yearning for. And you know, I got it within my son, and you know, I'm just grateful, man. I thank God for him, man. He growing so fast, and he getting so strong too, bro. I just love him. I thank God for that, man. It's crazy.
Right, man.
I got a son.
Facts. That's a super blessing, like you said, bro. We must toast up the fatherhood. I think that's important. I think that's special, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
time for that. And just to go back on the origin a little bit before we, you know, talk about the music, man, we gonna go to football experience, man. You know, talk about early on where, you know, you played football. I seen you got highlights on YouTube. You was dialed in, you know what I'm saying, and you was, you know, thinking solely D1, and, you know what I'm saying, fast forward, you went to an HBCU. Let me correct that. HBCU.
Yes, sir.
Man. Talk about, you know, the journey up until that point, and then talk about the HBCU experience, because everybody don't get that, and I feel like that's a special experience.
Man, bro, you know, sports was, you know, that was really one of the centers of my life, and that my father imparted it to me, and you know, I just worked so hard to get where I needed to be, and you know, with the help of going to Prattville as well.
Which was what in the state at the time?
Oh man, we was like number 2 in the nation. And when I got there my junior year, we like number 2 in the nation. And bro, we was, you know, bro, that experience playing at Prattville University, Prattville High School, but it was like a university, man. Playing it there, man, that was like one of the greatest opportunities I ever had in my life. I felt honored playing there, and you know, my coaches thought so highly of me, you know, because you know, I'm coming in half-stepping, even though I came from like a 3A school to Prattville, you know, I had to really work. I came from, you know, I was like 4th string when I first got there, and I moved up to 2nd string within like a couple like weeks of starting the school in camp. And then my junior year, you know, I ended up breaking my leg, and I sat out for like 6 weeks, and I came back like 6 weeks later in the 2nd round of playoffs. Was playing I got a little bit of playing time in the playoffs, and then in the state championship when we beat Hoover. And then my senior.
That's a big team to beat.
Yeah, boy, that was a great game, and that was like the last year we played at Legion Field. And then my senior year, I started every game except one because I got hurt in the Wetumpka game. But I started every game, and that's where it meant more to me, because we went to the state championship and played Hoover again. We was at University of Alabama Stadium down here in Tuscaloosa, and we got beat by like 5 points. 5 or 3 points, I'm not sure, but that year meant more to me, man. But I worked my ass off, like, man. I got one of my scholarships in practice from making a play in practice. One play in practice got me a scholarship.
That's how you know how quick your life is changing.
Man, I ended up coming into Prattville with 0 scholarship. I was so discouraged because a lot of people that were in my class were getting letters. You walk in the field house, they got letters on the table, They already signed or offered by schools, and they in 11th grade. We had my nigga Nick Perry signed with Bama junior year. Nick Saban was coming to practice for Nick his junior year. So you kind of feeling discouraged. So like, but you feeling, I felt discouraged, but that shit pushed me to work hard. So I worked hard. I stayed at the practice with certain receivers that wanted to stay at the practice with me to get me down pat, because when I got to prep, that was my first year playing corner. Like, nigga, I ain't never played corner. I was an athlete because I played a lot of positions. I played quarterback, I played running back, I played receiver, I could play safety, I could play linebacker, and shit. I get to practice in one position I ain't never played before, so I had to damn buckle down and like, either you gonna play or you gonna be on the sideline looking like, you know, nothing. And that ain't what I wanted to do, because like, if I wasn't gonna get no scholarship, I wasn't going to college. I worked my ass off. I wound up having not 0 scholarships to having 7. Basically 8, because Tuskegee was the only D2 scholarship that offered me. And the rest of them was D1 AA. So, but I ended up signing with Furman University out of Greenville, South Carolina. They were a D1 AA school, and you know, for some family, well, you know, I ain't gonna say for no family reasons, you know. I'm gonna be realistic, you know. I had a girl that I was fucking with at Prattville that we was close. And she went to Tuskegee, and you know, I wanted to be near her, so I left Furman for her.
It's decisions.
I made one of the craziest decisions I ever made in my fucking life, because as long as I stayed at Furman, niggas would have had a shot at the league and would have been in the NFL, because niggas I knew that came in with me got a shot.
But talking about what you was walking into Tuskegee, because not only was that female there, but you had a brother there. Big brother
I had
was
a big brother.
Crazy.
Yeah, I had a big brother.
Wide receiver, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that nigga, when I get there, man, that nigga on the poster at Tuskegee.
He was going crazy.
I'm going crazy, bro. I'm like, I get there, I'm known as Phil Little Brother. So I'm like, man, I gotta do something about this. Like, I'm not finna be known as Phil Little Brother for the rest of my life.
I go hard too. Y'all
feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, y'all niggas don't know me. Y'all finna know me though. So man, I you know, I'm playing football. You know, I love football, but you know, I ended up falling out of love with football. I ended up falling in love with music. And me and my partner AJ, who was also a football player, you know, we came in together. You know, we like coincidentally, they put us next to each other on the bus because we was the only freshmen that didn't red shirt. That they didn't red shirt our freshman year. They brought in 26 DBs my freshman year. I was the only one that didn't red shirt. And it was almost similar to with AJ, because he was like one of the only D linemen, freshman D linemen that didn't redshirt. So we traveled, so they put us next to each other. So he ended up letting me hear a song that he did one day when we on the way to the cab. I'm like, yo, where the fuck you did this at? He like, in my room. I'm like, bro, where you get a studio from? And so, you know, we weren't at the point where he was, you know, he mixing now, because bro mixing like J. Cole, he mixed DMX and Pooh Shiesty, Mulatto, light skin kid. He going so crazy, bro, and I love it for him. But we weren't at that point. Like, we were just making it sound good and where we can tolerate it. So we was doing like when he let me hit it, I'm like, bro, I gotta get in too. And so he influenced me to want to do music, to want to pursue it. And as we kept on doing it, I fell in love. I'm like, yo, I really love this stuff. I love making music. I love finding instrumentals and creating, putting verses to it. And then at first I was just going to be on some Wayne shit, just freestyling. But my cousin Jarvis was like, you know, if you want to make it into this stuff, you got to make songs. So I buckled down and started working on writing songs. And at first it was hard. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna do this shit, bro. Cause like, this shit is hard, bro. But I damn like, man, I wanted this stuff. Like, man, I would stay up 3-4 o'clock in the morning. When I first did my first mixtape, I wasn't even writing in my phone. I was writing on paper. I had a pen with a notebook.
Word. And then let's fast forward to where I can see the growth from where you got, you know, super creative in the game to where you even captured your brother's wedding in a music video. You know, talk about that a little bit.
Man, my brother, that was his idea.
Word.
He wanted me to shine on his wedding day. I don't know the fuck why, but I love him for that. You know, it created a great piece of art.
It's a captured moment.
But
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
that song "My Time" is like one of my best songs. Shout out to my boy Chef Cam. He produced the beat. He made the beat, orchestrated it. And my boy Diego, he mixed and mastered it, man. And he also shot the video for it. And, you know, that was a great experience. We shot that video in like 5 minutes, bro. Like the parts where, you know, we in the groomsman room, we shot that shit in like 5 minutes before the wedding. And then in the reception, we shot the other scene when he let me perform at the wedding. Like I didn't know he was gonna.
It looked like everybody was rocking with you in the video though. Like they happy to see the camera. Hey, they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that jump was crazy. It was hard. It was definitely a moment to remember. And Diego, he definitely did his thing on bringing that event to life. How he edited it. You know, it was great, man.
For sure. So just quickly touching on the HBCU experience, man. Like how you felt in that time, bro, being at a HBCU. Bro.
Man, being at Tuskegee University was a great experience. Man, I never experienced anything like it because, you know, I always went to like a mixture of schools, like black and white. So, you know, I never really been around just majority of my people. So, you know, I got the vibe early. Like my junior year in high school, I was going to Tuskegee parties. A junior in high school, man, I'm going to phone parties, going to the Soul Inn Extreme as a junior in high school. So I'm like, yeah, this is a place I can fuck with right here. So, you know, man, being at Tuskegee was a great experience. Being that had the professors that I had pushed me to the limits that I needed to be pushed to, and brought me into the light that I needed to be brought into. Because, you know, me being at the mixture of schools that I had with just black and white, I was kind of sort of in a sunken place, for real. And when I got to Tuskegee, I was enlightened on a lot of more things, and, you know, I found a more passionate love for my people, especially my black women, and being more, you know, in tune with my people, man, and, you know, trying to find solutions to better, you know, our communities and better the mind state of our people. Because, you know, when I got to Tuskegee, I learned that, you know, we dealing with a lot of mental trauma. We dealing a lot of trauma that derived from slavery, that derived from a lot of Jim Crow, a lot of black codes, and, you know, for real. So, you know, it helped me be the man that I am today, man. And it helped birth Jacoby X, because, you know, I came in Jacoby Browder and left out as Jacoby X. Even with the atmosphere with sports, it was great. You know, the games was on point. You know, a lot of them wasn't on TV, but, you know,
they happy to see you.
You feel me, bro? You got a lot of motherfuckers behind you, bro.
That's turned. For you. You know what I'm saying?
More lit than these big stadiums, and I fucking love it. And we go to the club and party it out all night, bro. And then we gonna hit the damn hood, Martin, go get them plates and go back to the crib or go to the coop. They get the plates and go to the crib. Or Busy Bees, man.
For real. All facts, bro.
I loved it, man. I definitely loved it.
Toast up, man. One time for the Tuskegee University Queens, man. One time for the city. One time for the whole school, for just their unity, man. Ain't nothing like Tuskegee University, man. That unity, bro.
That shit was crazy, man. Some of the best times you gonna have is at Tuskegee, bro. and like,
push
bro,
you to be a better person, bro. Like
just
being from the city and then going to that university, it was like two different worlds, bro. And one thing I can say about that school is it pushed me to be better. And I feel like the people around me, it either pushed you to be better or pushed you out. Like, it's gonna push you. Cause
I done seen people that can't even juggle just going to class at Tuskegee, and they flunk out. And I'm juggling football and a lot of other extracurricular activities. You gotta really want that stuff, cause, you know, if you go down to Tuskegee, that shit gonna eat you alive if you're not prepared, because it's gonna be so much opportunity for so much temptation and a lot of fun and a lot of damn shit that keep you distracted from achieving your goal. But also, you gonna be around people that's out there thriving, because we got a lot of people that's going crazy from Tuskegee.
Right.
It's crazy, bro. We got so much greatness and eliteness coming out of this damn school. I'm proud to be from him. I'm proud to be a graduate. I'm proud to be an alumni. I'm proud to be a person affiliated with Tuskegee, with the city, with the school, especially the city, bro. Because, you know, it's definitely some more we gonna do for the city, you know.
That's Commodore land. The Lionel Richies that came up through there.
You feel me, bro?
You know, the Booker T. Washingtons, like, that's powerful land that we was, you know, blessed to be standing on and able to follow some of those shoes, not the same way, but, you know, in our own way.
Yeah, we gonna do it in our own fashion, bro, and that's the beauty of it.
Right.
We still pushing for the same goal. We still pushing for prosperity and positivity. We just doing it in our own way and doing it in our own manner. You know, we got to do it in our way because everything deserves change, bro. You know, everything deserves innovation. We got to be more creative to be more relatable to the next generation. Because if we can't relate to the next generation, how we gonna get them to lock in on what we got going on? So. I'm grateful for being at Tuskegee. I'm grateful for having that struggle of, you know, being in that city because, you know, it's country, but I
not
love
having all the resources, but everybody being resourceful.
You feel me?
I got this, you got that. We gonna help some kind of way.
We ain't got that many resources, but we being resourceful as hell. Everybody doing what they gotta do to make sure somebody get to make sure everybody get to where they need to be.
Facts.
Cause you know that's what I love about Tuskegee, man. That shit was a family. You see folks out in some ski gear, you get excited.
Facts.
Like, how you know about the 4-6?
You know what I'm saying? And you know what's powerful when you seen it on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the Will Smiths that had it on. You know, shout out to the Breakfast Club, Charlotte Vane, and rocked it out. You know, it done popped up several different places, man. So you know it's big. You know, real quick, like the music, man. Just touch on the growth in the music, man. From when you first started to now, what you feel like you learned in the business, bro? I
learned to be, you know, to be focused on the people who are supporting you.
Makes sense.
You can't worry about who is not supporting you because that's going to deter you from trying to focus on what you can do next to branch out and be more expansive to the people and offer more shit to the people that's already supporting you, or you can get more shit out. Like, I learned that shit. I'm like, bro, I don't care who support me. I don't care if you family. The people, it can be 10 people. Them 10 people, I'm gonna tag them in all my shit, share all my shit. They gonna get the exclusives. I'm gonna cater to the motherfuckers because them 10 people gonna share it to other 10 people.
It counts.
They gonna share it to people that they know that's fucking with what I got going on. You can't be focused on who not supporting you because that's going to delay you. It's going to cause you to delay your purpose. It's going to allow you to create anger within yourself that you don't need. You need to be focusing that energy on people who are already supporting you. People who are already lending that hand for you. People who are already trying to see you win. People who are already trying to throw that oop for you. Don't worry about who ain't doing it. I ain't worried about my mom and daddy. I ain't worried about my brother and sister. I ain't worried about my cousin. I ain't worried about my best friend. I'm worried about that motherfucker who keep commenting on my shit, who always loving my shit, who always sharing my shit. If you ain't doing that, okay, we gonna have to love you from a distance, but don't think you finna get any benefit from what's going on. I'm catering to the people that's down supporting. Like, that share mean a lot. That motherfucking comment mean a lot. That motherfucking like mean a lot. That's who I'm focused on.
We got a toast time, man. Shout out to everybody that support, man. That early support mean a whole lot, man. For sure.
Cause shit, it be people I don't know doing what they gotta do. Support, man. It was one person I never spoke to my damn life. Bought 5 books. 5. One of my homegirls I went to Prattville with, I ain't spoke to in a while. Bought 10. Respect. One nigga I know just from social media, I think we connected through Tuskegee too. One of my partners, my nigga Eric, man. I think he hooped from Tuskegee, but we weren't never close like that. Nigga bought 10 books.
Just the respect of what
10 books. He ain't my family. I ain't known this nigga. I ain't never hang with this nigga in my life. But we connected because niggas is pushing for a positive purpose.
Right. That's how you know it's powerful what you got going. Anytime somebody see that and say, dang, I want to buy 5, 10 books. I want to even buy 1. You know what I'm saying? That say a lot because it just show, man, you doing what's right. You know what I'm saying? People respecting that. You know, a question I got to ask, man, what's the vibe, man, that keep you going, man, in this entrepreneurship role, you know, or lifestyle, really?
Man, bro, my son keep me going.
Right up.
Because
that hard.
I want to create generational wealth for him. I want him to be able to inherit something positive, inherit something that's passive for him, some passive income for him. And you know, me being an entrepreneur and creating different avenues the way I can creatively through God, you know, I take pride in it because it's I'm doing it for him, because like I don't want him, like I said before, I don't want him getting out the, I want him to know discipline and to know hard work, but I don't want him struggling to learn to be financially literate like I'm doing. I don't want him to struggle to be literate in business and knowing how to start a business and knowing how to conduct business and knowing how to do all these things. And not shaming my parents, but they didn't teach me that stuff. And also, I wasn't so hell-bent on even learning that stuff because I was so focused on a one-way ticket to get into college, a one-way ticket to gaining some sustainability, and was through sports. And that's what I'm trying to instill into my son, that sports ain't gonna be your only way out. We gonna
it's
take
cool,
it,
but that ain't the only thing popping. So you know, I got my boy Jacoby X here. You know what I'm saying? We about to get into a good game of that Connect 4. We both into entrepreneurship, and you know, in entrepreneurship, you gotta use strategy. You gotta be strategic. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So we gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? And see how it turn out. I'm gonna let you make that first move, my dog.
Okay. I'm going right there, my bye.
So, oh, I ain't played in a little minute.
Yeah, I ain't played in a little minute. You feel me?
Oh, it get real now. I can't cap you down.
Hey, for real though, no. No, we gonna put it. We gonna put it.
Can't be mad at that movie. Okay, my boy having something going on.
Oh,
He ain't just letting anything go on. That was the one though. Good day. Oh! Like my boy Kel Charles said, man, them Tuskegee colors, man. So one time for the city, man.
you feel
You know,
4-6 shit.
For sure, my boy gonna hit the cup one time, man. And sure, you know, in the Vibe Highway. So, man, this is what we do, man. We get out here and we orchestrate and we be strategic in life, man. That's how you was able to put that book out.
Fact.
That's how you been able to create. You know, I respect how consistent you been, cause I know it ain't easy, bro. For real.
It's definitely not easy, man. It's
sure.
all the grace of God, man. And the will to push forward and be the vessel that God called you to be. So,
For sure, man. Anybody you want to shout out at this point, my dog?
I want to shout out my son. You know, shout out my son. Shout out his mother. You know, shout out my family, and shout out the Vibe House, my dogs, man. Shout out my boy Freak behind the camera. Everybody affiliated, man, with this whole ordeal. And shout out God, man. Shout out God continuously, because without him, I am absolutely nothing. So, but with him, I'm everything. So that's it, man. You did.
Oh, big blessings, bro, man. Shout out to you all top, man, for coming through, being transparent, chopping it up, man. Being in the Vibe House, that's big, man.
You did.
So, you know, we made a couple runs. We got out and hollered that Crimson Spirit earlier. Had to do that. And then we went right next door, you know what I'm saying, to the vape shop, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to both of them companies. I had that name of that vape shop next episode for sure. Shout out to Sorry Flamingos. Shout out to Tuskegee, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Walking Rich, you know. Shout out to all the good vibes, all the good energy in the world. There's a lot going on, so just to come together, you know what I'm saying, put them positive vibes out, and mean a whole lot, man. And like that, we out of here.
You did.
Check. It's what they waiting on. Get your debating on. I am so hot I put Satan on. Yeah. I am magnificent. Love when I'm hitting it. All of these shawties is with the shit. water, I'm sipping it. Keisha, I ended it. All of these thotties play innocent. Yeah, I hear my ex, she's still wetter than juice being spilled by some little kid. Be thinking they can't get my spurgeon, they money, it's like in these thotty hoes. Yeah, I keep it basing, my swagger still dripping. These niggas is messy like.
With my wood, you know that bitch is stuffed, and I'm keeping ooh.
Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa, you feel me? That's how we vibing, you know what I'm saying?
You
Devil
did.
our vibes, real is rap. That's what we call it when, you know what I'm saying? We
Vibe House
vibing out,
Media.
you know?
Vibe House.
Vibe House, what he said, you know what I'm saying? Vibes everywhere.
You want to dig? Go big.